Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So I thought I would come on and let you know what I thought about the books that I read in September. Not quite as much as I got done in August, but it is what it is. Still, I read 6 books. Not too bad. Not too bad. And a couple of them took me just a little extra time. So I'll take what I can get, right? All right, first one I finished. Karen Slaughter's False Witness. What did I give this one? 4 stars. I love me some Karen Slaughter. She's an auto-buy author for me. Fantastic. This one I had to knock down slightly because of all of the COVID references. There was a lot, for example. And it's not like it was just like sprinkled in like, yep, we live in times where we have to wear masks and we have to social distance. It was like anytime there were groups of people together, it had to be mentioned, and it drove me nuts. My example is Callie, our main character, had to go to, Lee, who's our main character. What am I talking about? She is with Callie, and so they're sisters. Yes. I had to remind myself. And they went to McDonald's. So she pulled into the McDonald's. She didn't consult Callie as she ordered in the drive-thru. Though Callie assumed the Filet-O-Fish was in it for Binks, which is the cat. Lee found a mask in the console between the seats. She exchanged cash for bags of food and drinks and then passed it to Callie, and she took off her mask. Like, that is all over the book. So that is my only... that I just couldn't give it 5 stars because that part of it annoyed me. Karen Slaughter does have a author's note in the back of here, and she does talk about why she included it as much as she did, which I completely respect. It was mentioned too much, if that makes any sense at all. Now on to what the book's about. It's about 2 sisters. One is a up-and-coming defense attorney, super successful. She's married, she has a daughter. The other one, not such a great life. There's some drug addiction in here. There's some sexual assault in here. And they did something in the past that is now catching up to them. So we get views of what happened then, what's going on now, how do people know. It's very, very good. Just be warned about all the COVID references. That's my only take on that. Next one I listened to is The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. We did this for my book club that met in September. I listened to this on audio. I did give it 3 stars. Is fine. A lot of people at book club really didn't like it. I was fine with it. I wanted to know what happened, yet I thought there'd be, I don't know why I thought there'd be like a little more. I'm not even sure how to explain what more I thought it would be. But it was really interesting. It was interesting to read and correlate kind of what happened to that world to get them to the place they were at, and knowing what was happening today around women's rights. Very parallel in some cases. Very interesting. But it was fine. I will definitely be watching the series because I think I've heard really great things about that. I'm not sure. I do have the Testaments somewhere around here. We'll see. I might just listen to it again. That could be it. And then I read The Only Plane in the Sky. This is by Garrett Graff. It's an oral history of 9/11. I read this over the course of probably 10 days. It was a slow burn for me, and so this is kind of where I got hung up a little bit. So this just goes through the entire day of September 11th, 2001, and as far as an oral history goes. And so you hear from, like, the way that it's formatted is by each person's own account and experience and what happened. So I thought it was a unique perspective. The audio I have heard fantastic things about by a number of you guys, and I might just listen to it next year because I could see myself definitely going back to this one a number of times. So this was fantastic. 5 stars. Next one I picked up was What Lies Between Us by John Mars. Oh, messed up, guys. Messed up. So we have mother and daughter, and you open in the book to this like delightful dinner scene where mom and daughter are having dinner together, and it just seems fantastic, and like all is good until it's time to go to bed, and they go up to the attic where the daughter shackles the mother to chains and locks the door behind her, and then you got to figure out what happened and what's going to happen, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Just read that one. That was awesome. Then I picked up Hello Transcriber. This is by Hannah Morrissey. Hannah was so amazing and gave this away on her Facebook page, and I happened to win it, which I was like, oh my god, excited for, because she's a Wisconsin author. She references a lot of Wisconsin things in here, including old fashions, including Milwaukee, and certain very Wisconsin things and Wisconsin weather, and it's just fantastic. So this follows our main character, Hazel, and she applies to be a police transcriber at the local police department that she's new to this town, fairly new to this town. She comes from up north, which again is a very Wisconsin thing to say. So she's kind of in the big city now, and you get the sense that Black Harbor it's not the best place to live at this moment. So she applies to be a police transcriber, she gets the job, and she gets roped into kind of the crimes that are happening in this city, and gets a little bit too close and a little bit too invested in a specific drug dealer named the Candyman and kind of what happens to his victims. Really thoroughly enjoyed this book. Timeline got a little confusing at parts. It would have, like, the beginnings of the chapters tells you what day of the week it might be, or if it's morning or later or whatever, but I would have enjoyed dates, because there was one specific event that happened that I wasn't sure if it happened like a month ago or like 6 months ago. It was a little confusing, not horrible. And that's kind of my only little beef about it. Fair warning, there is adultery in here. So if you aren't a fan of those books, it definitely takes place in here, which it's fine. And I really liked the characters. I liked the setting, this Black Harbor. Like, the way she described it, like, you just felt like you were there. So fantastic book. Love this. I can't wait to see what Hannah has. She already says she has another one ready to go and ideas for the third book, and I can't wait to see what happens. This comes out in November, so if you're interested, definitely pre-order that one. I did really liked it. Then the last one, I sped through this book. It's Class Mom by Lori Gelman. I want to say Amanda from Curly Reader said that I would love this book, and she was absolutely right. So I was looking for a book to kind of finish up September with, and knowing I'm going to get into like the spookiness in October, I didn't want to totally pick up a thriller, but I wanted to get through something fast. And this didn't disappoint. This had me cracking up. So this follows our main character, Jen Dixon, and this is not her first rodeo in elementary school. She's got a kindergartner named Max. She has 2 older college-aged girls, and so this is kind of like she's coming around and doing the class mom thing again. So she doesn't take it very seriously, and she's super snarky, and here she's surrounded by all these moms who it's like this is the first time their kids are going to kindergarten, and they take things very seriously. And it is fantastic. It is, the emails she sends out and the snarkiness that she has is like right up my alley. It is what I want to say sometimes to people. So love it. Jen Dixon's like my hero. I wish I could respond to that, to her level of sarcasm, and just, she takes things very lighthearted. So I really enjoyed this book. Like I said, I flew through this in like a matter of a weekend, and I gave it 4 stars? 4 stars. So that's what I read in September. So coming up in October, it's going to be some fun things. I'm going to do a whole separate video because I'm sure for anyone who's been here for a while, my entire wholehearted goal for October is to scare the crap out of myself. So I've got plans for that. So in order to not make this video last like forever, I'm going to do another video with a TBR. I know I haven't done a TBR video in I don't even know how long, but we're doing it for October. So stay tuned for that one. If you've read any of these books and you want to chat about them in the comments, especially Handmaid's Tale, because I really want to know if I'm not the only one that didn't like it. Please comment below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.